Never do you want the tyre on anything to go flat, but to actually blow out is horrendous, especially if you're rotating at 150 miles an hour on a Jetstar aeroplane. Well, there you are, there's one. It's failed. Top picture showing you the bits, and the bottom one shows you the hydraulic vapour from the line that's ruptured as the fluid has emanated. But the pilot flying's done exactly the right thing here. Kept their cool, and the airplane's completely under control and it's climbing away. They'll have probably said, oh, for f***'s sake, we were looking forward to going to Phuket, and now we've got to deal with this shit. Well, they're going to bring the gear up now, because that is the first action that Boeing say. The nose leg will, you'll see, start to go up, but the main gear stays down, and that's because that circuit has lost the hydraulic fluid, so they can't get that up. They're going to have to piss off out the way, because air traffic don't want them fanning around in the Sydney circuit. They're going to go up northwest somewhere for about an hour, sort themselves out and come back. Now, they've had to put the gear down on the emergency system. More of that in a second. It's looking a great touchdown. And then, f*** me, what an idiot. What on earth did pilot flying do that for? Almost like, oh, I'll just test that wheel. Anyway, they're slowing down in a straight line on the same runway that they took off on, so that will have been inspected. Make sure there are no bits on it. The undercarriage doors there are hanging down because they just were let down in free fall. There's no hydraulic pressure, the locks were released, and the whole caboodle comes down under the weight of gravity. So they just hang there. It's ugly, but it's of no consequence. They're now slowing down, that's absolutely fine, and there is thankfully no sign of fire, and that is what you want. You do not want a fire. But at this stage, I would expect to see the airport emergency and rescue services surrounding the airplane like the OK Corral, but they're actually way down the runway. Pilots will be talking to air traffic control to ask them, are there any signs of fire and or smoke? And they will hopefully bring the aircraft to a halt very, very shortly, so we can get the airplane inspected, and that's going to be done at a distance by the fire chief in charge of the whole group of rescue personnel and kit. Other aircraft will be sent off to one of the other runways, as this one is now embargoed, so that Malaysian cargo is going off somewhere else to take off. Meantime, fire chief that I referred to is in that fire tender. Obviously not too keen on airplanes. They're sitting at quite a distance, maybe even using binoculars to inspect the damaged 787's right main leg gear. There is no sign of fire. They'll now be talking on a discrete frequency, normally 121.6 VHF, and they'll say, Captain, it all looks okay, what do you want to do? And if I was in charge of this, I'd be saying, well, look, I'll tell you what, we'll just shut down here, bring the flaps and all in, you can tow me into the gate, we're not going anywhere fast. And Phuket can wait for another day.